let's go over this review for the regular geometry class, regular triangle test 1 review. So here we go. Number 1, we are going to classify by angles and sides. So number 1, looking at the angles. Each angle is less than 90. We call that acute. I look at the sides and I have 2 that are the same, so that's isosceles. Again, 2 equal sides, like my eyes, isosceles. Okay, number 2, we have a equilateral triangle, and all the angles are less than 90, so that's acute, equilateral. The order does not matter when you're doing this. Okay, on number 3, the angles, I'm looking and I see 1 right angle, so that's going to be a right triangle, and all the sides are different, so that's going to be scalene. Number 4, I have 1 angle greater than 90, that's obtuse, and then all my sides are different, that's scalene. Alright, so again, you're looking at these key angles. If you have 1 that's 90, it's right. If you have 1 that's obtuse, it's obtuse. Okay, looking at the next one, number 5, looking at the angles, one of the angles is 90, so that is right. And 2 sides are the same, so that's isosceles. On number 6, 1 angle is greater than 90, so that's obtuse. 2 sides are the same, isosceles. Number 7, the angles are less than 90, that's acute. And all the sides are the same, equilateral. And then number 8, 1 angle's right, that's right. And then the sides are all different, that's scalene. Alright. Now we're going to go to the next page. So let's do that. Alright, using the triangle sum theorem, find the measure of each angle indicated. So to find this missing angle right here, we're going to call that angle x, by the way. And we're going to do 40 plus 100 plus x equals 180. Okay, I'm always going to set up my equation and then I'm going to solve it. So let's add them up. 40 plus 100, you want to combine like terms. We get 140 plus x equals 180. And then we're going to get rid of the loner 140 by subtraction. And then we get x equals 40. Okay, same thing with 10, 11, and 12. So on 10, 70 plus x plus 40 equals 180. Combine like terms to get 110. Get rid of that loner, x equals 70. 180 minus 110 is 70. On 11, 30 plus 90 plus x equals 180. Combine like terms, 30 plus 90 is 120, plus x equals 180. Get rid of the loner, minus 120 on each side gives us 60. Number 12, same idea. X plus 130 plus 25 equals 180. Combine like terms, 30 plus 25 is, 130 plus 25 is 155. Get rid of that loner. 180 minus 155 is 25. Again, these were done kind of fast. You can do them. You just always add them all up, equals 180. Combine like terms, and solve. So even on 13 and 14, it's a little bit more difficult. It's the same exact process. So number 13, 3x plus 2 plus 130 plus 5x equals 180. Now I'm going to combine my x's. 3x plus 5x equals 8x. 2 plus 130 is 132. And that equals 180. From here, same idea. Let's get rid of our loner. So minus 132 on both sides. We get 8x equals 48. And then our last step is to divide by 8. And we get x equals 6. Okay. Number 14, same idea. Let's add all those up to 180. So we got x plus 41 plus 73 plus x plus 82 equals 180. We combine like terms. The x plus x is 2x. 41 plus 73 plus 82 is 196. That equals 180. We'll get rid of our loner, minus 196 on both sides, and we'll have 2x equals negative 16, and we get rid of that 2 by dividing by 2. So x equals negative 8. All right, this next part, our favorite part, might be a little tough, but we can do it. On every one of these exterior angle problems, you're always going to do outside equals inside plus inside, because the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles. Okay, so let's do that. Outside, 24x minus 2 equals 9x minus 2 plus 45. So again, right here, I'm adding up the two remote interior angles. Same process. Combine like terms and then solve for x. The negative 2 plus 45 is 43. I get rid of my smaller x, minus 9x on both sides. I get rid of the loner by adding 2. And then I divide by 15 to get 3. So again, step by step, I combined like terms. I got rid of the smaller x. I got rid of the loner on the side with x, and then I divided. Okay, the rest of these are similar. So again, on 16, outside equals inside plus inside, the remote interior angles. I have x on both sides, so I'm going to get rid of the 10x on both sides. 3x plus 5 equals 20. Get rid of the plus 5. We subtract 5 on both sides. 3x equals 15. And then we divide by 3 on both sides. X equals 5. All right. 17. Outside equals remote interiors added together. So 10x minus 7 equals 3x plus, and then this 3 plus 67 gives you 70 when you combine like terms. We're going to get rid of the smaller x on both sides. 7x minus 7 equals 70. Get rid of this loner, and then divide. 77 divided by 7 is 11. All right, and number 18, once again, outside equals inside plus inside. 25x minus 5 equals 10x plus 70. Let's get rid of the smaller x, get rid of the loner, and divide. So x equals 5. These are all very similar problems. You just got to know the process. Exterior equals the sum of the remote interior. Far away. All right, so 19 and 20. So we have to remember what the isosceles triangle theorem is. If we have two congruent sides, then these two angles across from the congruent sides have to be the same. They have to be congruent. So this angle 2 means this angle 2 is going to be the exact same. So both of those angles are going to be equal to going to be equal to x plus 58. So we have x plus 58, we have x plus 58, and we have 80. So we know the triangle sum theorem. If we add those up, they're going to equal 180. So x plus 58 plus x plus 58 plus 80 equals 180. And then from there, we're going to combine like terms and solve for x again. So what are our x values we combine? X plus x is 2x. 58 plus 58 plus 80 gives us 196. And that equals 180. And then what are we going to do? Get rid of the loner and divide. So to get rid of that 196, we subtract, and then we divide. and we get x equals -8. So it's totally okay for x to be negative. When you plug it back into the angle, it's going to be a positive angle. All right. And then 20, again, congruent sides, opposite congruent angles. So both of these angles are going to be 8x plus 6. So let's set up our equation. 8x plus 6 plus 8x plus 6 plus 40 equals 180. Combine your x values, combine your constants, equals 180. We get rid of our constant, our loner, and then we divide. All right. So we end up getting x equals 8. So what's the takeaway on the isosceles triangle theorem? That if we have two congruent sides in an isosceles triangle, the opposite angles are also congruent. If you know one, the other one will be the exact same in its measurement. Okay. On these next four, we know how to tell if three side lengths make a triangle. Okay, with the triangle inequality theorem. So on number 21, we find the two smallest side lengths and add them together. 7 plus 7 is 14. Is that greater than the third side length 9? Why, yes it is. So yes, it is a triangle. It would be no if it was equal or less than, like we did on our quiz the other day. 22, 9 plus 11 is 20. 20 is not greater than the third side, 22, so that's a no-go, not a triangle. 23, 10 plus 11, 21 is greater than 12, that's yes. 8 plus 6, 14, greater than 9, that's also a yes. So, again, add up the two smaller sides. Yes, it must be greater than the third side. All right. 25 and 26. Okay, we talked about these range problems. If you only have two side lengths given, you can find a range of possible measures for the third side. And it's not too hard once you know the rules. We always put x less than. Oops. And then on the left, we're going to subtract 11 minus 8. And then on the right, we're going to add 11 plus 8. So x is between 3 and 19. Okay. On 26, 12 minus 8 is 4. 12 plus 8 is 20. So 4 and 20 are my limits there. So the 4 is less than x is less than 20. Okay, ordering sides. Let's also remember the shortest side is across from the smallest angle, and the longest side is across from the largest angle. So we're going from shortest to longest. My smallest angle is 54. Across from 54 is side WY. Sorry, WT. Why did I put T? That's a Y, right? My bad. That's supposed to be a Y. All right. And then XW is across from 59. And then XY is across from 67. All right. 28. I only have two angles, but I can figure out the third angle. That's a simple triangle sum theorem problem. Let's add up 54 plus 82. It's 136. Take that away from 180, and I get 44. So that is the value of that missing angle T, so 44. And that happens to be the smallest angle, so across from 44 is VU. Across from 54 is UT, hook 'em. And across from 82 is VT. Cool. So you can do that with sides. You can also do it with angles. So on 29, if I want to find the smallest angle, I know it will be across from the shortest side length. So the shortest side length is 9. So across from 9 is angle C. Across from 15 is angle D. Across from 18 is angle E, in order. Please make sure you give me what I'm asking for. Too many people put 9 or DE. Neither of those are angles. Okay. Number 30, let's see here. 10 is across from angle F. 20 is across from angle H. 22 is across from angle G. Okay, so you've got your angles in order from smallest to largest. And always read your question carefully. What if it asked you from largest to smallest? You don't want to get that wrong because you didn't read your problem. So please be careful. Okay, this last part is a bunch of vocab, which took me a second to get this formatted. 1 second, and I think I've got it now. Okay, so acute triangle is a triangle with 3 acute angles. Remote interior angles are the 2 interior angles farthest from an exterior angle. Isosceles triangle theorem, the angles across from congruent sides are congruent. A right triangle is a triangle with 1 right angle. Exterior angle is an angle on the outside of a triangle created by extending a side length. An isosceles triangle is a triangle with 2 congruent sides. We don't need included sides, so scratch that out for now. We will get to included sides later. Interior angles, angles inside of a triangle. Scalene triangle is a triangle with 3 different side lengths. Exterior angle theorem, exterior angles equals the sum of the 2 remote interior angles. We did some problems like this already. Obtuse triangle has 1 obtuse angle. Equilateral triangle has 3 equal side lengths. Triangle sum theorem, the sum of the 3 angles in a triangle always equals 180. And the triangle inequality theorem says that sum of 2 sides of a triangle have to be greater than the third. Okay, so you can come back to that if you need it. Let's talk about the last one here. You do have to be able to use the distance formula. So, let's do this. Make sure I got my calculator ready. Okay. So we want to first be able to plot these points, right? So 2, 7 for A. Please remember it's X before Y. Horizontal before vertical. So 2, 7, negative 4, 5, and 9, negative 9. Okay. So let's make some straight lines. Alright. Now we need to use our distance formula. So let's set them up, and then we will plug them all in. So AB, so distance formula is going to equal negative 4 minus 2 squared plus 5 minus 7 squared. BC, I'm going to use point B and point C. 9 minus negative 4, squared plus negative 9 minus 5 squared. And then A and C, 9 minus 2 squared plus negative 9 minus 7 squared. We want to be able to type these into our calculator. So we're at a blank page here. Square root, parentheses, negative 4 minus 2 parentheses squared plus 5 minus 7 squared. Okay, so AB is going to be 6.32. 9 minus negative 4 squared minus 5 squared. So we double check, make sure we typed it in right, hit enter, we get 19.11. That 5 will make the 0 round up. And then we have 9 minus 2 squared plus negative 9 minus 7 squared. And we get 17.46. So we're going to take that and we're going to write it in. .32, 19.11, 17.46. Okay. Now it asks us just to classify by the sides. 6.32, 19.11, 17.46. All of these side lengths are different lengths. And since they're all different lengths, we know that is scaling. Okay. If I asked you to classify by the angle, well then you can see right here we have an obtuse angle. Hopefully you can see that. But either way, it's just asking you for the sides. So you do have to be able to use distance formula. So make sure you're familiar with that. We did do that assignment, and you will be given the formula. So that's the review.